In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we're looking at the top 5 best touchscreen Chromebooks of 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these, you can check out the links below in the description and the comment section. Alright, let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, it's the Dell Chromebook 11 3189. The Dell Chromebook 11 3189 is a strong and durable Chromebook that would be a great choice especially for students. Regarding design, the Dell Chromebook 11 3189 has a plain but respectable grey plastic design, which has great aesthetics. The cover has a Dell logo in the centre and a Chrome logo in the top corner, while the other top corner has a 3-colour light that can be used to communicate with the teacher without disrupting the other students. The corners of the computer are rounded and the entire outside edge is covered in a rubberized strip to help protect it from bumps and shocks. On the left side there are 2 USB 3 ports, a full-size HDMI port, an SD card reader and the AC power jack. On the right side there's a headphone microphone jack, a charging status light, a power button, a volume button and a Noble Wedge security slot. Dell's laptop is a good size for fitting into elementary and middle schoolers' hands and bags, as it measures 12 by 8.2 by 0.9 inches and weighs 3.2 pounds. The keyboard feels good to the touch and has a 1.5mm vertical travel that requires 63 grams of actuation force. The touchpad is spacious and has a smooth surface that will precisely register each swipe you make. To continue, talking about performance, the specs of this device are quite good for the price, starting with its Intel Celeron N3060 processor, the 4GB of RAM and the 64GB SSD, which make it suitable for personal and professional use, as well as light gaming and basic photo and video editing without a problem. When it comes to the screen, the Chromebook 11 3189 houses an 11.6-inch IPS touchscreen that outputs lifelike and consistent colours from wide viewing angles, regardless of the mode you intend to use it in. In addition, its 3-cell primary battery has an average life of 10 hours, but in practice, everything depends on your usage. Overall, the Dell Chromebook 3189 deserves your attention because it looks wonderful and it's capable enough to accommodate the tastes of the most demanding customers on the market. At number 4, it's the Acer R11. If you're looking for a long-lasting compact convertible laptop, the Acer R11 would be your best option because of its characteristic specs. Now, let's dive in to see what this Chromebook has to offer. Aesthetically speaking, this device has a 360-degree flip and fold design which is made of a thin white plastic chassis with a matte finish and a textured white metal panel that looks just great. The product dimensions are 11.5 by 8 by 0.7 inches and it weighs 2.76 pounds. These dimensions let you take this device with you wherever you want. As for ports, the Acer R11 packs one USB 2.0 and one USB 3.0 port, occupying separate sides. You'll also find a full-size HDMI port with HDCP support, a headphone jack and an SD card slot for transferring files and photos. In addition, I'm sure you'll love the keyboard because of its functionality and the spacing between the keys. The touchpad is also pretty spacious and it'll precisely register every swipe you make. When it comes to the hardware, this particular model is powered by a dual-core Intel Celeron N3060 processor, has 4GB of RAM and 16GB SSD, which will promise you a blazing fast performance since you can work with multiple apps simultaneously and have multiple tabs running in the background. So for the price you pay, this is more than good. I'd also like to mention that the R11 comes with an 11.6-inch IPS touchscreen that has a resolution of 1366 by 768 pixels, and you can see consistent colours and sharp visuals from wide viewing angles. Finally, the battery life is rated at 9 hours, however this may vary in practice. To conclude, I strongly recommend you consider this laptop, and if you ever decide to purchase it, you won't regret it. At number 3, it's the Lenovo 300E. The Lenovo 300E is aimed primarily at students with multiple use modes and pen support to aid in their learning. Aesthetically speaking, this device is black and impressive looking. Product dimensions are 11.5 by 8.03 by 0.8 inches with a weight of 1.45 kilograms. This ensures that you can take the unit wherever you go. As for ports, the Lenovo 300E houses one USB-C port, one USB 3.0 port, occupying separate sides, and it also packs a full-size HDMI port, audio combo, one Bluetooth 4.0 port, and an SD card reader for transferring files and photos. In addition, the keyboard can handle even the most restless fingers. The full-size keyboard includes a sealed touchpad and resists spills of up to 330 milliliters, and its mechanically anchored keys stay put and cannot be pulled off. The pinpoint accuracy and precise pressure sensitivity will ensure you an intuitive writing experience. When it comes to the hardware, this device packs a 2.10 GHz MediaTek 8173C processor, has 4GB of RAM and 32GB of SSD, which will promise you a super fast performance since you can have multiple tabs running in the background. So for the price you pay, it's a great deal. It's worth noting that the 300E comes with an 11.6-inch IPS touchscreen that has a resolution of 1366 by 768 pixels, which means that the visuals will be razor sharp and crystal clear, exactly as you'd expect from a Lenovo product. Users enjoy its note-taking capabilities and say that it works great for presentations. Last but not least, this unit has a 3-cell lithium-ion battery which is rated at 10 hours, however this will vary in practice. Either way, you should be supplied throughout your full working day. To conclude, you should definitely consider the Lenovo 300E as your next purchase, because it has everything that a typical user could wish for. At number 2, it's the Samsung Chromebook Plus. Samsung is one of the more successful Chromebook makers that delivered an elegant design, top-notch display and an array of useful features with their Chromebook Plus. Let's explain some of the key features of this product. Starting from the design, unlike other cheap Chromebooks out there, the Samsung Chromebook Plus isn't a bulky and heavy device. The sleek silver aluminium casing gives the laptop a nice premium feel with a high clear design. It has a great size and a great weight, so for those who travel a lot or need a Chromebook for their class, it's a perfect option. On the left side you'll find a headphone jack, a USB-C port, a micro SD card reader, and on the left side of the Chromebook you'll find a USB-C port. When it comes to the keyboard, the Chromebook Plus utilizes a typical island keyboard with black chiclet keys and white lettering, but it's also a little cramped. The relatively small keys have a pleasant and soft snappiness to them, but they're a bit shallow and they do bottom out a tad too quickly. The touchpad is functional but a little small. It swipes and recognizes multi-touches without any problems, which is something we can't say about the touch display, as this Chromebook doesn't have the touchscreen feature. As for performance, this model comes with a 1.5 GHz Intel Celeron processor, 4GB of RAM and a 400GB SSD, which will promise you reasonably fast performance so you can effectively and quickly finish your work. Before we end, I would also like to inform you that the battery life is improved if you compare it with the previous model, and those who've purchased this laptop claim that the battery offers around 8 hours of use under heavy use. Samsung has proven again that they never fail with the products they put on the market. To conclude, I strongly recommend you consider this device as your next purchase. And number 1 on this list is the Asus C302CA. The Asus C302CA is considered the best overall Chromebook, and that's no accident. It earned that status because of its gorgeous screen, tactile keyboard and classy design. Let's examine this device in some important aspects. When it comes to design, this device is built of an all-aluminium chassis with a symmetrical slab of metal. The product dimensions are 8.3 by 12 by 0.5 inches and it weighs 2.6 pounds, meaning that you can put it in your backpack and not even feel that it's there. This device has the most advanced ports available, the USB-C 3.1, which will offer you everything you need in one connection. As for the keyboard, the C302CA falls back on a solid keyboard that makes it as familiar and comfortable as any traditional laptop. The keys offer a satisfying 1.4mm of crisp key travel that we've missed in a world of ever slimmer notebooks. The touchpad is spacious and functional, and it will precisely register every swipe you make. To continue about performance, this specific model is powered by an Intel Core processor and it has 4GB of RAM with 64GB storage, which will provide you great performance. In addition, I'd also like to mention that this unit comes with a 12.5-inch IPS touchscreen that has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels, which means that the visuals will be razor sharp as you'd expect them to be. Before we end, this time the battery life is much improved if you compare it with the previous model, and those who've purchased this laptop claim that the battery offers around 10 hours of use under heavy use, which makes it the ideal Chromebook for those who love the cloud and being on the go. To conclude, if you still don't know which one to purchase, I would highly recommend the Asus C302CA because it has everything you need. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.